was listening to some daylight videos recently, Daylyt. He gives a lot of good philosophy if you're interested in his unique style. And some interesting things he said essentially is that success is based on focus. That those who win are those who just keep focusing on whatever it is they do, and eventually they succeed. I found that as well. You just have to factor in reality. So you have to work to make money, to eat, to live, to do all these things. And then what you should be doing in your spare time is, your hobbies, things that you like. Hopefully you can build up the skill in those things that you can make money off them. That's the dream, I figure, is to have a wide variety of skills that are profitable. So really, another big thing that I find is based on time. And I made a video kind of look at the work-life balance video. It had some ideas of this, which is really that when I was working every day, I had no time to do artistic and intellectual and other hobbies and such that I like to do and I think is important for my life. I essentially had no life. And that's the thing, people who work full time, they more or less have no life. Now, I understand we got to make money, but you need to manage your money enough that you aren't excessively spending. You might have to live in a lower state of material happiness and abundance and all that, to instead have some days free to do what it is you want. Because here's the thing, if you don't spend time doing things, you won't achieve them. Achievement within things, if you want to learn something, you actually have to sit down and learn it. You have to practice it, you have to study, you have to read about it, you have to do continuous exercises day after day after day. You don't magically just learn something, or you don't magically just achieve something. You have to do it through constant grinding, constant work at this thing over years upon years upon years upon years. And eventually you start to achieve minor successes, and these stack up and stack up until you actually achieve some form of success. But it is a absolute grind, and it is a thing where you just have to keep working at it. And if you are too exhausted or too inebriated, because your work schedule is difficult, so you take drugs to lessen the pain, then you're going to have a very difficult time achieving things. So realistically, there are these two poles, two like energy forces. It's kind of like when two energy beams in like an anime or something are attacking each other, and it's like who will, who's one is stronger. It's like they're pushing back and forth, where one side is your creative and intellectual side, and the other is your physical, earthly side. Do you have more? Do you have to clean and cook and work and prepare and all this nonsense, this physical nonsense? Do you have to do that so much that your it's like the beam is being pushed so much to one side that the other, it's gonna like fry the person who's shooting the creative beam? Or is the creative being pushed so much that you physically are just, you don't have the money to live or to eat? Because that can also be a big problem. I definitely got to that point many times in my life where I had so little money that I was so stressed, that I couldn't be creative anymore. And life just falls apart that way. Similarly, the opposite, where all you do is focus on survival and money and all that, that you become a soulless NPC and you can't do anything in life. So really it's just to think about is that your time, I mean, time and money are definitely, they're big resources. How much time do you want to funnel into making money? How much time do you need to rest? Because of course you need to, you need downtime from work. And then how much time can you allocate to your actual life? Your creative, your artistic, your intellectual, your constructive hobbies and projects and all that, side projects and side jobs. Um, and then the final thing is that everything is in levels. So I find it's just, even when you're doing those side projects, as I said, things take time and they you just have to grind at them. Everything's in levels, so slowly you get a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. Your music starts to sound a little bit more nicer, it's a little bit more advanced, and you have to go back sometimes. Sometimes you go back and you make things simpler to make them better, and then you make them more complex, and then you simplify and you complexify, and it's this continuous back and forth, but ultimately you're going upwards, at least hopefully. Probably you're going upward. Anyway, that's about all, so I hope you enjoyed that, and do check the links in the description for social and commercial stuff, and have a nice day.